Bonsai. Good morning, grinders. C3. Cut. Stop. Let's do this again. Bonsai. Good morning, grinders. C3, Cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and of course, Eagle Fangs. Hurrah! Welcome to Monday and another week of working out. So, I'm feeling good this morning. Wide awake because I got called in early to catch a bat, but that's beside the point. Could have went ahead and said, "Oh, I'm too tired, I'm not going to do it today," but no, excuses don't help you. So, I'm up, and I'm going to get started. We're going to do some stretching, some form work, all that great stuff, and then get up in the workout room and do our set. So, enough gabbing. Let's commence to get in shape. Alexa, play. Alright, here we go. First thing, of course, I'm doing the form. This is in 1-2. And don't judge me too much on the kicks. It's early morning, and so I'm not trying to kick high. I'm just trying to do the movements. And this is supposed to be a hook kick, round kick combination. And I don't quite have it yet. So we're going to go through this a few times, and then we're going to do song number 3, which I completely forgot. So that one clearly needs a little more work. But before we get any further, let's go ahead and do today's devotional. Being a Monday, it is a potential, and it's titled Moving On. And the passage reads, "I have called you back from the ends of the earth, saying, 'You are my servant. For I have chosen you and will not throw you away. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand.'" Isaiah 41:9 and 10. So, quick note here before I give my thoughts on that. I've been practicing a lot. This was the original staff that we used in class. It's foam. It's got a core, so it has some stability, but it's wrapped in foam. And I'm switching to this down here for 2 reasons. One, I have to keep the spin very, very tight because I have such a low ceiling. And 2, it doesn't clatter so much when I throw it on the ground. The little wooden one I use a lot, that makes a lot of noise. I don't know if that'll wake up the wife or not, but I figure this one, it doesn't make much noise at all, so less chance of waking her up. But through practice, I have been able to get the flippy spinny move a little better. So I'm trying to do what we practiced there, and I just don't have it yet, but that's why we practice. Anyway, my thoughts on this, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to find some trouble in your life. Even if you are a righteous person and, live within the Lord, issues are going to come your way. Now, in my opinion, when you live for God, you're going to have some fewer of the common everyday problems because you're at peace with yourself. But you're still going to have problems. There are going to be people who will target you and just come after you because they can't stand you having that belief. And life happens, Bad things are going to happen. Life goes on. That's part of it. And that's sometimes how you're tested. So the best thing I can say for you, if you don't know God, take a minute, talk to Him, and try to get to know Him. Just talk to Him. He's waiting. And that's my thoughts on that for today. You saw me working on the spin, trying to learn to spin the staff. And here I'm doing the nunchuck form. Just, we're not doing that the last number of cycles, but, I want to keep up on it. I want to remember how to do it. It is a longer form that takes a lot of space, so I can't really walk through the whole thing. So I'm just trying to keep my moves up. And here I'm going to try and do it with my offhand, which is my left hand, and it's a little more difficult. But you know, you got to keep practicing. That's how you learn how to do it. So, probably should have sped this up a little bit more because this is going to be a longer video, but that's okay. I've got time. What I don't have is a whole lot more to say. So we're going to go ahead and work on that flip again, doing my best not to look at my hand. And I'm kind of singing along because there's a good song on right now. But the good news is I can do it a little bit with both hands now, whereas just recently in the past I could not do it with my right hand at all, which is odd because that's my dominant hand. And generally things work better. But I found the same thing with some kicks. There are some kicks I can do better with my left foot than I can with my right. And here I was going to go through the sword form, but I realized I have already forgotten a lot of it. So I was like, oh my, this isn't right. So I'm going to have to look at that and practice that some more. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So, and now we're just doing our morning kicks. You know, I'm not trying to put a lot of power in it. I'm just trying to get my knee up and hit the target. Because I'm not worried about power at this point. I have plenty of that when I need it. But what I want is good technique, because technique trumps power. So if I'm doing the kick correctly, then I don't have to worry about the other parts. So I usually do 10 on each leg, and the 10th one I try to kick right all the way up to the face. So, and here I'm just doing some side kicks, realize the camera's not in a very good place, so I move it a little bit, and this is just a slide up side kick, trying to get my hips there. I use my peripheral vision to look at the target, but it looks like I'm not looking at the target. That's probably something I need to work on a little more. And then I'm doing the reverse side kick here. Again, not trying to do it with much power, but you know, because it's a spin kick, you can't help but get some power in there. So this is one where you really need to be very quick with it. Otherwise your opponent, they're going to get out of the way and counter you easily. But sometimes you can slip that reverse kick in there, and when they're moving, that's when I like to try to do it, is when they are actually moving. So I'm getting the chair out, and we're going to try and do some roundhouses, because I realize that roundhouse is my second weakest kick. When we did it originally, way back when I was in junior high, you know, they were bladed. We always did it bladed. At least that was my understanding at the time. Now I am trying to hit with folding my toes back and with that ball of my foot. Not the heel, but the hard part right underneath your toes. And I'm just trying to get my foot up there and around. So, not one of my better kicks. And that's why I practice it every day. So, a little bit each day seems to help out. And especially when you get a little older and things tighten up, it helps. These are my hook kicks, which they look terrible even to me. So I see the advantage of it, because you could really whip that around and make it a slap kick. And I'm hoping that by practicing I can get the technique better. But that's all I've got for today, so I'm going to shut this off. Heart is definitely pumping now. Got a little bit of a sweat on. So up next, we're going upstairs, and we're going to get the workout on. Alright, Banzai! Grinders, C3, Cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and of course, Eagle Fangs. Rah! We're up to the second of 3 sets. Feeling pretty good. I left a full shirt on today. I'm not wearing a tank because I gotta represent the Cobras. So, even though I'm Eagle Fang, still Cobra at heart, man. Always. For life. What is that? For life. Anyway, I'm not going to say a lot. I'm getting right into it. You know the routine right now, by now. So we're starting off with our squats. The buds are already in, I just got to turn them back on. And we'll commence to grinding. Banzai. Okay, I sped this up to 4x because we've been through it multiple times. And I took a little bit longer on the morning warm-up routine and the kicks than expected. So I'm going to speed this up because you've all seen it. Of course, we start off with the deadlift. I always say deadlifts. With the squats. Squats are one of the best exercises you can do because it works so many different parts of the body all at the same time. Then we go into the chest press, which is pretty good. Again, one of my favorites, of course. Then we're going to go into the bicep curl. This is the third set, so we're at the heaviest weight, but we're doing the lowest amount of reps, only 6. So I think the biceps are growing a little bit. They're definitely getting tighter. And we got some veins are popping once in a while. So slow change over time. That's what we're working on. And then, well, the camera's not perfect at this, but these are the rows, bent over rows, working the back here. This weight I think is too light. I think I can definitely crank this up a little more. So, and then we're going to move it around and go into the tricep extensions. Because you can't work your arms without doing your triceps. The biggest part of your bicep is your triceps, so working this just to jerk out really works the tricep pretty good. Not as good as dips. I really think dips are about the best thing you can do for your triceps, if that's what you want to do. Okay, and we're getting down to the end here. Now we're going to do the incline chest press with the single arm. The third set on this was killer. I was really struggling to do it. It was really heavy. And I think we got a PR on that one. Doesn't look like it. But now we're going to do the concentration curl. I went back to sitting down because it was just too goofy to try and stand up. And this worked pretty well, except on the third set, when I went to switch like this, I turned the weight off when I switch hands. It just closed my workout, which ticked me off. So that's all I've got for this. Woo! Oh, woo! I still got one to go. And I'm winded. But that's a good thing. The whole idea is to come down here and put in the work. So, I don't have stats to add to this because it's not the third set, but I don't think that's important right now anyway. So, we got this part done. We got one more thing to go after this last set, and that is the stretching. So, banzai. I'll see you back down in the dojo in just a minute. Banzai.